So we are starting right here where all the roots are. And you can have roots coming off the edges, sprouting from other roots. And really connect with the grounding that the roots represent. Going deep into the earth, where the nourishment is. Going deep. And when you've got your network of roots, I want you to go over them. So with the same pen or pencil, retrace these roots, making them darker, wider, more visible. Emphasizing their sturdiness, emphasizing how they're growing, anchoring the tree, soaking up all the goodness of the earth, soaking up all of the water, everything it needs. The earth provides everything the tree needs. And the roots are the foundation. The roots give the tree life. Breathe into each root as you trace it. Remembering that the tree gets everything it needs through its roots. All the nutrition, stability, anchoring. And that the deeper the roots go, the more sturdy the tree stands. The deeper the roots grow, the taller the tree can grow. Breathing into it. Okay. See if there's any additional roots you want to add. Any little offshoots. Okay. And just breathe as you soak it all in, the significance of the roots. And from here, with your same pencil or a different one, we're going to do lighter lines. We're going to fill in the gaps in between. We're going to trace the shape of each of the roots, bearing in mind that you can influence the rhythm of that line. You do have the choice. You can follow the root as it is, following the shape, or if you feel called to, you can add your own shape. You have the choice. Following along and filling in the space with lighter, thinner, agile lines. Creating ripples. And continuing taking breath, connecting to the grounding of the image that you're creating. Imagine gigantic, majestic, centuries-year-old trees that have stood long before us and will continue to stand for many hundreds of years. Their roots give them that ability to withstand all manner of changes. Taking deep breaths. Breathe with the lines. Loosen your grip on your pencil or your pen and let it flow. And let the roots flow from your pen or your pencil. You are creating right now. And this is not about creating a masterpiece. This is simply creating. following the shapes. Fluid, natural, deeply grounded. Breathe it in. And let it flow. Notice how your hand feels as you're making the lines. Notice how you're breathing. How deep does your inhalation go? Notice if your mark doesn't come out exactly as you intended, and try to simply notice, simply observe. Focusing on one line at a time. Slow and gentle. Natural. Organic. See where the line takes you. Imagine the roots growing deep, deep, deep into the soil. And imagine the soil, the deeper you go, the richer it gets. It's got that earthy smell, full of nutrients from decades, centuries of matter that has filled it with all the goodness. All of that historic richness that feeds the tree now, that the roots absorb. Soaking up all of the past minerals matter that has been processed into something that sparks growth. When you are done with your roots, observe them, breathe them in, appreciate them. And let me know if you're still busy with your roots or if you're finished. While I change position. And what came up for you while you were concentrating on the roots? Anything significant? Sensations, realizations, appreciations, connections, reminders. What did focusing on the grounding nature of a tree's roots call to mind for you? Can you feel a connection with that, with the roots? You thought of home to birds and bugs. Yes. All those little creatures, this is home to unseen and unknown creatures. Absolutely. I love that perspective. Great reminder of the power of perspective. Thank you, Julie. Trish, you're trying out a new pencil set and I'm enjoying the new experience. Amazing. Yes, tactile. The sensory gift of this practice. Amazing. Okay, now we're going to focus. Evelina, so interesting how the lighter lines look. Yes. Almost looks like bark or maybe a little ant. What do you call it? The little ant houses in the soil. And the soil below where mycelium connects all life. Yes. Absolutely. Gosh, I don't think I've thought of that word since biology in high school. Karen, I'm so tickled that mine looks so good. Yay! An additional bonus. Of course, it doesn't matter what it looks like, but it is a bonus if you enjoy the aesthetic. Waves in the soil, yes. Vibration. Isn't that amazing? All right, so moving on to our trunk. And so this, we can contemplate, this could represent us. And again, we're going to follow a similar kind of practice, but you can go a bit darker on the lines and maybe they overlap as we fill in the trunk and the texture of the bark. And maybe there's some little homes of more creatures there that we can create with a simple shape of our lines, and that it's not perfect. There are patterns. We can create shapes in the trunk of the tree, and they tell a story. And it adds texture and interest. And following the lines, following the flow, and connecting the trunk to the roots. Imagining all of the goodness from the roots making its way up the trunk to the rest of the tree. And see where opportunities for other shapes show up. And maybe we want to blend the trunk into the roots at the bottom. All part of the same system. And so this elevates the tree, bringing the tree out from the unseen into the seen, up towards the sky. And then from the trunk of the tree, we start looking towards the branches. I feel I should have done this on a vertical page as opposed to a square page, but it is what it is. And so from here, we're going to do very similar lines that represent the branches, but reflect the roots. Different shapes, different offshoots, a network of connections growing towards the light, up towards the sky. Gathering energy that feeds the tree, helps the tree grow, provides homes for all kinds of creatures. And again, thinking about what branches of a tree represent. We're going to go over them, deepen them, broaden them, expand them. As they are thicker, closer to the trunk, and they taper out as new growth starts at the end or shows at the end of the branch. tall, tall trees. Their branches are sturdy and yet supple. They can withstand wind. They can withstand rain. They can withstand the changing seasons. Sometimes they lose their leaves, but they always grow back. The roots ensure that. Their foundation ensures that they can withstand whatever happens outside, and they continue to grow taller, reaching up towards the light. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. No one branch, no two branches look the same. But all contributing to the well-being of the tree. And beyond that, the well-being of the rest of us, the creatures who inhabit the tree, and all of us who breathe in oxygen provided by the tree's leaves. These branches make that possible, allows for the growth of leaves. So right now it could be a wintry tree. It's lost its leaves, it's sleeping. But we're going to fill the spaces. And think about what every leaf represents. So going a little bit lighter with your pencil again, like we did with the lines down between the roots. These lines are a little bit lighter, perhaps a little bit thinner. And we're going to create these kind of leaf-shaped, this is an abstract idea. It's not lifelike in any way, but just these gentle shapes. Joining, tapering. In between the branches, connecting, flowing, and growing up towards the sky. Breathing it all in. Filling in the spaces, letting it flow. There's no right or wrong. We're just knitting together these leaf shapes They kind of look like braids. And using the branch shape to mold the shape of these leaf-like structures. Curving, fluid, soothing. Not all shapes are alike. There is randomness. Accept the randomness. Allow the randomness. Let it be organic. Okay. So it's something like that, filling in the gaps between the branches, but the branches are still visible. They're still there, holding the structure, giving it shape. There's no right, there's no wrong. And let it just flow out of your hand. And let me know when you have finished filling in the leaf spaces between the branches. Either in the comments or with hearts. And if you are finished and you're waiting for the next step, then think about tall trees and their branches growing upwards, reaching heights, new heights every year, soaking up the sun, growing leaves, losing leaves, growing flowers. The cycles of the seasons, and yet the tree continues to stand because of the roots. Looking at your tree, keep focusing on the tree, the strength of the roots, the depth of the roots, the sturdiness of the trunk, and the strength and fluidity of the branches. Okay. And now we're going to fill in the details of the leaves, and very similar, meditative of nature of the lines. We're going to follow the shapes, so with a lighter touch still, so very much a sensory experience, mindfully creating light lines that follow the shape of the leaf shapes. Mindfully light. And take a deep breath to encourage mindfulness. Mindfully light lines. Following the shape of the leaves. Let it relax you. Find the rhythm. Going slowly, organically, imperfectly. Gently. Breathing as you create. I often find when I'm fully present with the drawing, with the doodle, I start to feel tired. And if I weren't actively drawing, I would probably nod off. A sign of relaxation. right now, the only thing you need to do is focus in this moment, right now, where we are sharing this moment with each other. And we are fully present. Aware of the pencil in your hand, aware of the paper beneath your hand, aware of your non-dominant hand, what it's doing, resting, relaxing. Become aware of your feet. What are they doing while you're drawing? What are they touching? Become aware of the surface beneath your bottom. What are you sitting on? Become aware of your shoulders. Roll them back if they're hunching forward. Rotate them, relax them. Become aware of your breathing. Take a deep breath. Clear out any stuckness. Imagine what the wind blowing through these branches feels like. Relax your forehead. Relax your mouth. Release your jaw. Notice that you are creating. You are a creator. The image on your page did not exist an hour ago. You created this. It is now tangible. You can share it with others. When you woke up, you had no idea you'd be drawing a tree, and now here it is. You've created, and you are creating. And the energy of the tree, you're focusing on the characteristics of the tree. And that tree has transferred its energy as you have created it. When you feel like you need grounding, Draw roots. When you feel like you need sturdiness and strength, draw the trunk. And when you feel like you need to expand and find the light, draw the branches and the leaves and embody the flexibility. And notice how the repetitive mark making is meditative. You don't have to think about it, you don't have to try, you just do. You just do. And the more you do, the more fluid it gets. Following the lines. Following the shape that you created earlier. Experiment with different rhythms to create the lines. Play. Keeping it light. There we go. Let me know how your drawing is going. Oh. And what is coming up for you, or what did come up for you as you were filling in the gaps of the branches here? Thinking about the movement of the leaves, their flexibility and fluidity, or about their ability to seek out the light, grow tall and expand. Or how this portion of the tree expresses itself so viscerally, so visually. You can see when it is expressing a summer season or a winter season or a spring season. And how can we use that as a reminder for ourselves? What I love about this as well is that if we turn it upside down, same tree, different perspective, and it still makes sense. CJ, first time drawing a tree like this. It's beautiful. I've done similar with wire and semi-precious family birthstones. Wow, that's beautiful. Yay. I'm so glad you like it, Evelina. Karen, I love this so much. I'm not very patient and my lines are terrible, but it doesn't seem to matter. It is all a part of a wonderful tree. Absolutely. Isn't this a wonderful practice? To allow the lines not to be perfect. Because where in nature do you see a perfectly straight tree? You don't. It doesn't exist. And yet all trees are perfect, just as they are. There is so much to learn from our wise old trees. We do not need to have straight lines. In fact, straight lines would ruin the tree. So yes, embrace the non-linearity. It's only our human minds that attach to straightness and linear lines. Nature doesn't need them, has no place. So there's our drawing for today. I hope that you found this soothing, calming, relaxing, creative. CJ, you love it. So relaxing and gently focused. Yes, absolutely. That is exactly the intention here. And my hope is that if you do your check-in right now, the mental check-in, the physical check-in, let me change my camera. There we go. Do your physical check-in right now. Taking a nice deep breath and relaxing. Roll your shoulders back. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you now? 1 being awful, 10 being awesome. Physically, emotionally, mentally, what number comes up? I think I'm an 8, 9, 8 or 9. Evelina, you're so welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Yes, yes, I'm so glad that you like it. Karen, I'm still a 10, yes, but a much more relaxed 10. That's fantastic, I'm so glad. So I hope that you do see that this is a practice. Not all meditation needs to be in stillness and with eyes closed. It can be active with a pencil in your hand, with music playing in the background. And the more we are present to what we are drawing, the more our body realizes there's nothing to be tense about. We are focused on the project. We are focused on the task at hand. And that's why creativity is so good for us. Creativity, I had a flash of inspiration the other day that creativity is kind of the bridge between mindfulness and productivity. It bridges both worlds, and that from now is a great time to go and tackle the to-do list, right? Not leave this till after the to-do list is complete. Do this first, and you'll probably see that your to-do list goes so much easier. Your productivity will increase because you have expressed your creativity and you've stepped into mindfulness, and you can take that mindfulness into the rest of your day. So I hope that you feel that this is the gateway to more mindful productivity. That's where the magic of creativity is. Karen, for someone with ADHD, this is a great practice. Yes, absolutely. If you've got a very busy brain, and if you're like me and you have anxiety about unimagined future, unsubstantiated future imagined fears, this is a great way to regain perspective, regain presence and mindfulness. CJ, 8 up from 5, amazing. I love that. What a great jump that is. Yay. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I have scheduled next week's doodle session where we will be returning to the alphabet. I should have created it, but I didn't get to it. But the event is live right now. If you go on over to my teacher profile and click on the events page, then you should see next week's doodle session so that you can register and get your reminder when we go live. Yeah, and we will be doing the alphabet session, so that will be the letter K, I believe. And I look forward to that session. If you feel called to share your tree drawing, I would love to see it. You can do that over in the chat thread place on the other platform. You can find the link in my teacher profile. And if you've got any questions, or if you just want to share your drawings, I also share other illustration events, live events that I do on other platforms in that same chat thread that are kind of more illustration based as opposed to mindfulness based. So if you're interested at all of the information is there. Okie dokie. Thanks everyone. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. If you are celebrating 4th of July, happy celebrations, be safe, enjoy, and otherwise just have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks so much. So glad that you're here. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, everybody. Thank you. Okay.